Hello. Okay. Okay. What am I doing? I'm kinda cold. Maybe I'll put something on in a bit, but for now it should be good. Okay. I have posted that I'm live. You have muted WhatsApp. What is stopping me from just playing the game now? I really want to dive into it. Which reminds me I should. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Oh my god, Goodland, stop scaring me like this. Fuck. Hello, welcome. This game is a... There is so much background story to it. But basically it's... Wait, let me actually start the game up and show you the art style, because that is very cool. It is completely black and white, but in a very stylized fashion, where it's literally just black and white and nothing else, no grays. Alright, the first loading time is always very long. So it's about this guy whose car crashed, and he went into the first house he found, And there are ghosts in there, and now I'm trying to basically investigate, and I'm finding out more and more about what happened there, and yeah. It would be very long to explain the whole thing, I'm sorry. But it's connected to domestic abuse, to violence in general, also with a love story in between, and with a great sense of mystery where you find a ton of text. There is so much to read, and where you piece the story together. If you don't read these texts, it is just about this guy trying to investigate this house. But if you read all of them, and I have read all of the ones I have found so far at least, oh yeah, that's how it looks. Then there is so much more, but it really is too much to just explain just like this, I'm sorry. And this is also already the middle of chapter 4, and there are only 6 chapters, so I should be done in this stream, I think. So I've already played it for about, I don't know, 6 hours already, so... Yeah, but let's continue. It is also done in a very noir-like fashion, with our protagonist being just... I mean, look at him, come on. And the way he talks and comments on everything, it is very much... Should I explain what noir even means? I won't do it, but it is in a very noir-like fashion. If you know, you know. The gameplay itself is very much survival horror. With the one difference that you can't actually defend yourself. No, you can't actually defend yourself against these ghosts, but there is a way to kill them. Let's put it like this. Okay. Hello, Apostle.
I was lost. My mind didn't belong to me anymore. My memory had been stolen. Trapped in the tumult of the accident, which somehow had become the day I was born.
See, that's what I mean. These, comments. A very noir-inspired game. From Selena to William, excerpt 10. I have money in New York and not a bank at a freelancing banker. And not in a bank, at a freelancing banker. Who can trust the banks after the crash? He is a worthy man who lost a lot himself when Wall Street collapsed. He seems happy to see me come back. I take all my money back after paying him his fees, and I go to Harlem. I have personal belongings to collect. I had given my banker one of the keys to the flat. I'm so scared. My heart is beating so fast, but Jim isn't there. The place is full of ghosts I try to avoid seeing. November is here at last. It's cold and I seek revenge. People walk fast in the streets, eager to get home. I put a scarf on my hair and wear glasses to avoid being recognized. I also know how to hide my Norwegian accent. I know where I have to go. It's the last place I want to go, one of the disgusting places the modern world is built on. Love how the game looks. It seems like a really cool and interesting game. Well, I can imagine that it's too much text for some people. Of course, you don't have to read the text. You can just enjoy it just like that. Just like with any survival horror title. But the text adds so much to the world and to the overall lore, so I would advise to read it. But it is a lot. So it can get too much for people. And I would totally understand if it was. If it were like that. But in my personal opinion, I love it. It is very, very cool. And very interesting. And I'm really curious to see how it ends.
This night of ghosts and death. This night, which was the night of the world. This night had made me the witness of an unending tragedy. It had made me one of the characters in its plot. And I wasn't there by chance. No.
And then it all made sense. Selena was calling me.
Places like this one pick their stories and their characters. They crush them.
That's the only, like, actually annoying thing about this game to me as a streamer, not as a player. Because I want to talk sometimes, but I don't want to talk over their dialogue. And he can comment on stuff just randomly, just like just now, for example, and you never know when his lines actually end, because he makes like these breaks. So I want to say something, and then he just randomly starts talking, and then I want to say something, and he continues talking, you know? That can get really annoying. I have no problems with lots of text. Well, sometimes, but usually not. Now I'm curious, what would that sometimes be like? Can you name a few examples? I feel that I can imagine.
They drive them mad, and they keep their madness in their walls. This is what fuels them and keeps them alive.
And then it all made sense. Selena
I tried going back in my memories, remembering a woman, a kid, a job. I had no story, no canvas to remind me of those. In this labyrinth, I felt lonelier than ever.
And then...
In this world...
Fuck you!
Be a green room for people like you, Selena. A dark room in which their light can grow. If they don't die first. This light, which emanated from you, it had probably always been there. It was your voice which attracted people who came to see you sing. It was you. Would I have gone and talked to a girl like Selena in the world of the living?
Are you kidding me?
Probably not.
Let's just...
Her light would have burned me alive. But here, I was a moth. And in her light, I was seeing the beginning.
I came from here.
The end of all things.
So what I have to do to progress the story is follow the blood trail. Yes, this is supposed to be blood. But I don't want to do that yet. I want to explore everything first. Okay, this is where I came from. So I am intentionally going the other way. Which would be this. I'm trying. Well, right now I'm not, but, you know. Honestly, I'd argue Bioshock has too much ambient text. Like lore and... I like lore and all, but 2 to 4 minutes of autologs in every room got old after a while for me. Understandable. And this game also, I have to admit, sometimes has too much for me. Like, you saw one of those books that I read before. It wasn't really long, but it was... I wouldn't describe it as short either. And sometimes, like... This game takes place in the mansion. Right now I'm in the basement of the mansion. And a mansion has many rooms. And if you explore like 3 rooms back to back and all of them have like, I don't know, 3 to 5 of these books, and you spend the majority of, I don't know, like 10 minutes just reading, it can get a bit too much. There is a lot of text. But it is very interesting still. And I don't know if I would want it to be less. Yeah. Sometimes I'm just not in the mood for reading a lot, or just want to shut off my brain and play something. That actually makes sense. I mean, I've spent the past like 2 hours playing Wolfenstein: The New Colossus, so yeah, I totally get that. This is the perfect game for interacting with the chat. Oh, yes, it is.
Do you love me?
No, I do not. Still, I barely know you, so... Oh, I'm back here. Okay. Well, then... And then it all made sense. Selena was calling me. She was guiding me to her murderer. Selena, quick lore update, is the only friendly ghost I've met so far, and she's already dead. Well, obviously she's a ghost. But yeah, she's helping me, and she's like a guiding light, literally, in throughout this game. Do you love me? After I spent 6 hours with you on Revelations 1, you better. I love all of my viewers, especially the ones who stick around for long. You are just better people.
Why did you do this?
Objectively speaking. From Selena to William, excerpt 12. One morning, I read in the Daily Boston a New York jazz producer is dead, Jim Erzinger. He did better in California. You know the rest. I'm hiding here, in Black Lake. These dark suburbs are a good place to wait, to atone for your sins or to kill yourself. I'm not alone. All the friends one needs are in a bottle of whiskey. I discover the smoke and mirrors. I go on stage one night without knowing what would happen. I haven't sung in months. I think about my father playing the piano as the first snow is falling, one morning in Oslo, and my voice comes out of the grave, fresh and pure as the first flower of spring. Elliot hires me. And then there was you, your manners, your elegance, your discretion, sharing my thirst, the thirst that takes us to the end of the night how I learned to love you. Yep. I have not been here before. Yes. From Selena to William, excerpt 11. Bumpy Johnson's face doesn't show any expression when I place the money on his desk. He's the little prince of Harlem's mob, Lady St. Clair's lover and lieutenant. They know who I am because they saw me singing in some clubs and because they have been keeping an eye on Jim for quite some time. I give them another reason to be mad at him. It's a letter from Jim pledging allegiance to Dr. M. Dunn, a former lieutenant of Lady's arch-nemesis Dutch Schultz. When Bumpy asks me why I'm doing this, I don't think twice. The day Jim killed my child, they told me life was going on. For some, life goes on, Bumpy answers. He gives me a cigarette, maybe not for Jim, and I smoke for the first time in my life. I decide to buy a bottle of whiskey, to take a train and drink up to Boston. While the countryside passes by in the dark, I want to sing for everything I have lost. But despite I have paid blood money, my voice is still like a prisoner in my chest. Something is broken, so I drink and I'm looking for peace in that bottle. And this is... yeah, okay.
Why did you do this?
Oh, right. Okay. We are back on track. I'm running low on matches. Oh, there are some matches. But there is nothing else here. Where am I supposed to go? Well, I mean, I have to follow the blood, but... yeah. I have to go this direction. This way. Matches gives me bad memories of Evil Within. What was it with Evil Within again? I already forgot. Okay. This is where I came from, so this is the way to go. Matches and Evil Within, it rings a bell, but I have no clue. Hello, Shiro. Carry matches around to burn bodies so they don't respawn. Hey, Resident Evil 1 remake. Wait, where is that thing? I will do as you wish, Shiro. Because I am actually kinda cold right now, so this is actually good. Ugh, shit. Fuck. Oh my god, my headset cable, wait. You guessed I would be? Wait, you guessed I would be? You have not been here from the beginning where I literally said in like the first 2 minutes that I'm cold? You could have just claimed that and I would have totally believed you. That's what you get for streaming in only a t-shirt. And I have to add, plus not heating my room at all to save money. So it is kind of cold. Imagine not pretending to be a good mod. Well, to be fair, Goodland, Shiro has been here for some time. Literally literally since I started streaming. Oh! We have a puzzle. Okay. And this... I guess I have to... Oh, there is no Venus sign. Imagine having a life. Okay, where can I find that Venus sign? This is where I came into this room. Wait, nothing else here? Okay. This right now reminds me of the game Dark Echo. In case you don't know about that game, it is it's like a little indie game with short like puzzle levels, so it's a game that you can just put on for like a few minutes and then do like 1 or 2 levels and then just turn off, which is very good. I like these kinds of games. Okay. And in that game you are blind. And you basically have to, like, your steps produce sound waves, and these sound waves extend from your character, but you don't have a character. It's just a bit of nothingness, and everything is black. But whenever you walk, you produce like sound waves, and that way, kind of like a bat, you can see your surroundings, and you can also jump to make like more sound waves and stronger ones. Yeah, and then there are puzzles built around that. A very cool game. Also, Jen, remember how I told you Echo? I didn't even know that he was called Echo. Was being a little bitch and not eating the rats? Yes, I do. I tried feeding him a gourmet raw chicken. Little shit showed it down like a noodle. Next time, I guess I'll have to rub raw chicken on a rat. What is my life? I hate snakes. You have 2 snakes. How can you hate them? That's a lie. I love these little shits. But still. Okay. I will go into that door that I saw just now after exploring the rest of... Wait, I'm back here? So this did nothing. So that door I saw just now was just where I came from? Where was it? Yeah, here. Fuck me. Wait. Am I just supposed to guess? I mean, it's just 3 buttons. It's not like there's many combinations, but still, I'd like to like properly find it out. But okay, let's try then. Something seemed to be reacting, but without light I couldn't see what it... Okay, so there is a place in this area where I can turn on some light. Then let's look for that. Forgot to operate something. Are you kidding me? I thought you need light. Yeah. Thought so. Okay, let's try to go into the water again. I feel like I missed something in there. So here we have another Venus door. Oh!
Why did you do this?
See? Literally a guiding light. And one of the very few games that is not purely black or white. Honestly, I knew Echo was gonna be more complicated than Draco, but like, ball pythons are supposed to be the picky eaters. Meanwhile, the boy shoves down rats like a meal made by Gordon Ramsay. I have no clue how Gordon Ramsay cooks. But I do know that at least some of his recipes are dog shit. And Echo's like, no, you moved the rat too fast into my view. I shall not eat only his. Nice. Oh! Ah, there it is. Okay, that's cool. And I'm assuming there is nothing else here. Yeah, let's go back. Let's find the way back, I should rather say. Ah, there it is. Yes, this looks good. Okay. Are they? I only know him as a critic, so I guess this stuff was good. Yeah, same here. So if I... wait. Ah, there we go. Okay, okay, okay. And this one does... Perfect. Okay, Goodland. Good luck with whatever you're up to. Wait, this doesn't look right. How's it? Wait, it was correct. Oh my god, I forgot that I need to like pull the lever. I thought it would just trigger. Yes, there we go. Journey to the Savage Planet is free with Prime right now. Plus the DLC. What do you mean free with Prime? Also plus the DLC. We haven't played that, right? Wait, can I not go through this door? That's lame. I guess I have to go through the bottom one. Can I really not? What the hell? If we haven't played the DLC and there is... Yeah, I know Amazon Prime, but like... Oh, via GOG, okay. So that door is also open. Thanks game for not showing me that, but yeah, I found it out on my own. I'm so proud of myself. Okay. Oh no. I'm not sure if we have the DLC. Wait, let me check. We do not. Prime Gaming, that's what it was. Okay. Hot garbage, it costs €8 on Steam, but there will be the winter sale soon, so... Also... Okay, it's not long. It's 1, maybe 2 streams at most. Getting that GOG thingy. No! You knew there was a DLC. We talked about it. I'm very sure that we talked about it, but that we didn't bother to get it because it was it cost money basically. Another one? Another one? What the fuck? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no! No? How the fuck did I make it? What the fuck? Huh. Honestly, would still be cool to be back. What do you mean to be back?
I knew it. The scent of blood in the air. It was hers. Anger was growing in me. Thinking about William stabbing her with a blade. But it wasn't over yet. Oh no. I was going to save her. It didn't matter where the wolf would hide. I would skin it.
Back on the planet? Yeah, definitely. Like, if we happen to get the DLC, I was about to ask, like, we could do another stream. Just like, when did we play it? In like March or April? And then do the sequel. which is just a DLC that should just fill 1 or 2 streams at most, but still. The bucket which fell down the well, that was an eternity ago. And I got an achievement called The Man Who Knew Too Much, which is a movie I haven't seen, so I don't really get that reference. And we got a dagger. And also we got a new entry in the journal. Stabbed and losing a lot of blood, Selena still had that animal fear that made her stronger. She was on the run and I was with her. We were escaping the night, but the night was still ahead of us, and the worst was yet to come. What do we have here? Oh, okay. The dagger fit the hole perfectly. It was the key. So is this like Tomb Raider now? Can I do anything else here? Oh! Got it forgotten. Nice. Remember I had an account there, but that was the platform for Ghent, which I don't remember it to be. GOG is great, honestly. Do I have to step on all of them? Oh, that makes them light and like visible in the dark. Are you kidding me? The door was locked, but Selena was the only thing that mattered at that time. You know what? Fuck you. 2 is the sun. Oh wait, they're already like correctly lined up. 2 is the sun right now. Oh, I have to do it in order. Wait, that doesn't make sense. Like, the order is here. Okay, let's assume that 1 is the moon. Or at least the sign that looks like a moon, which would be this. Then 2 would be the Ankh, or whatever that thing is. Let's just press a few buttons again. Yes. Oh, fuck off. Yes. 1, then 2 would be that. 3 would be... Let me actually write it down so that I don't have to go back and forth all the time. Oh shit, what's that up there? And there we have... Okay. What the hell is that sound? Okay. Then the third symbol is just a pure triangle. No. No. Yes. Then we have this. Then we have the skull. No, then we have the sun. which I forgot where it was. Oh. Then we... Seriously? What am I supposed to do then? I guess I have to press the correct ones? If it resets all the time? Okay, this is as far as I can move it to this side. And this is as far as it can go the other side. Wait, one is still like the moon crescent thingy in this case. And what if I go all the way to the other side? Same thing. So I'm guessing it has to be that. But which ones do I press now? There are many drawings here. Hey! Not nice. But yeah, these are just... This click, the dagger had triggered something inside the rock. Yeah, no shit. Wait! At one point it just clicked and clicked and clicked, right? Why did I move away from that? Let me find that. The clicking stopped. It stopped again at this point, which is the same. And it stopped here. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, what are they? Okay. Well, then let's reset all this shit and try again. So this is here. This is not needed. Okay, so first symbol, the triangles were there. What is here? Okay. It should be, yeah, this one. 1, then we have 2 over here. 3 is there. 4 is over here, yes. And 5 is the plain old triangle, which should be here. Yes! Finally! Holy shit! Went through almost all of my matches. And we can ascend.
New scents started filling the air again. Sea spray, moist soil, plants. Soon after, I could hear rain and thunder. She had guided me on the way out. She had saved my life. But as all prisoners know so well, you're not free just because you can see the sky. This was just another setting for the same tragedy.
End of chapter 5. On to the last chapter of the game. According to the achievements, at least. William Vesper. Oh, holy fuck. Did not expect that. Whoop whoop. I've been here before, in the very beginning. That's where I started the game. Well, not exactly. I started even before this. Dawn will not come. And then I looked around here, and then I entered the mansion and wasn't able to get outside again, so I have been here before. But god damn it. Where am I supposed to go now? I cannot examine anything, okay. But there's something on the ground there. We have a records.
She was inviting me to follow her. Come see, she was telling me.
Come and See is a
It was the
movie.
best part. The victim plays her role to cheat death. But she wasn't deceiving anyone. And me, even less.
Come and See is a movie I haven't seen yet. Okay, so it seems like we are permanently out of the mansion. Would Selena be safer
As a
outside?
conscientious diva, Selena walked to her grand finale. My fear was washed away by disgust. I was about to meet William.
Would Selena be safer outside? No, death here just didn't have the same scent. This is where I started, at the car accident. I was back here, back where it all started, a life ago. I have no clue what you're tempted as fuck to do. Shiro, feel free to tell me. The matches were soaking wet, I had to do without them. Fuck! I wasted my second to last match. Where am I supposed to go then? Today was the DVD release of Venom 2. Really? Today? Wasn't the home media release already like 1 or 2 weeks ago? Or even more? I have no clue. Do I buy? Do you want my opinion or do you not want it? Because that would be my opinion on the movie. Okay, I have no clue where to go. Should I go back to the mansion? Really? Today? Huh. Wait. You had it in your calendar. I kinda wanna Google it now because I'm very sure that it was before today. Maybe it's today in Belgium? Could that be? Also, if you were to buy it, and I cannot go back to the mansion, I have to do something here, but I have no clue what. If you were to buy it, would you get a DVD or a Blu-ray? The moment you say, do you want my opinion, stream lags for me. Guess the universe said no. I didn't give my opinion so far. Okay, then let me repeat. Maybe it's just the Belgian release that is today, because I'm very sure that it was out on home media for some time now. I'm very sure. And second thing I said, Depends what's cheaper. DVD is cheaper, but do you really want the outdated shit that people still use for some fucking reason? It's like buying video cassettes at this point. I don't understand people who still buy DVDs in 2021. What the fuck? It should have been like out of business like years ago, and it's still going strong for whatever reason. Just because some old people are too stubborn to get a Blu-ray player. But let's not go into all of that shit. The other thing I said is I have no clue. But yeah, if you want my opinion on whether you should buy it, then that would include my opinion of the movie. So if you want that, tell me. If not, then not. Yeah, but is it just for Belgium or in general? Yeah, and a PS4 is a Blu-ray player. What the fuck am I supposed to do now? I can't go back to the mansion. This is the only part that is lit. Huh. Was it the streaming release then that was earlier? Okay, it was available in on streaming services already. Then that's what it was. Okay. By streaming service, I mean to rent, not like Netflix and stuff. I mean like Google Play and that sort of thing. So you technically had the option to watch it before, but you couldn't have a physical copy, I guess. And I still don't get what I have to do now. If it's with this fucking fuse box. No, I can't interact with anything. Yeah, I totally understand that you want one. I was just very convinced that it has been out before, but apparently it was not the physical release. Collecting all Avengers, Spider-Man, Star Wars. All of it? You know me. You know I know all the shit that's out there. Do you really want to say all the Avengers and Spider-Man in my presence? Well, you were right. I didn't deny that. Let me send you a few pictures. There's only like 4 Avengers movies. Well, yes. Avengers, yes, but I thought you mean like everything that is about the Avengers that are out there. No, obviously the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I wasn't talking about Andrew Garfield or Tobey Maguire. There is more. Because this is the shit everyone knows. I'm talking about the shit no one knows. Because when someone claims to have seen all the Marvel movies, then I'm gonna pull out all the Marvel movies. Then I'm gonna pull out Captain America 1990. Then I'm gonna pull out Japanese live-action Spider-Man from the 60s or 70s. You know? Yes, I know what you mean. I know I'm just nitpicking right now, but still. Okay, what the fuck am I supposed to do? You did not. But you did say Spider-Man. And all Avengers, Spider-Man, Star Wars. By Avengers, I just assumed you mean all the movies that are connected to Avengers in some form. So yes, I am wrong. But you did say all Spider-Man. Oh! Wait, so you only want to have the Avengers movies as physical copies and not the rest of the MCU? That's what you get, suffer with your game for being a little bitch. I'm literally making progress right now. What are you talking about? Now that's a fucking twist if I ever saw one. Holy shit.
So it was me. And I had killed her. I had killed the only beautiful thing in the world. The
Damn.
only one which could save me. I'm sorry. It was me all along, Selina. The son of a bitch. The sicko. The killer. The wolf. The filth. The bastard. The scum. Oh, you should have let your mother kill you. You should have undone what she did.
Holy shit.
You knew, and yet you let me have a second chance, Selina. Let me go on till the end.
Damn. The blade that injured Selina's stomach was stuck there by me. All this time she was losing blood in the trunk of my own car. I was a monster. There was no turning back. Just some hope. Maybe. Holy fuck! I expected many things, but not this. Fuck! Now, I legit don't care about most of the Marvel heroes. Maybe some of the other ones too, no clue yet. But have you at least seen them? Call me a... I have no clue what you would call someone like that, but call me whatever names you want to, but I do think that it is important to have seen all the Marvel movies, all the MCU movies prior to Endgame, if you want to actually, like Infinity War and Endgame, if you want to actually, like, truly get the full experience. It's like watching a TV show and skipping episodes just because they're boring, I guess. I don't know.
The memories of what I had done were coming back slowly. Like the tide washing ashore the rotten corpses from a wreck. Selina was lighter than a pillow. The real weight was all those years of filth stored in my memory. Images. The blade I sunk deep into the stomach of my own mother. Those dark-haired women. Those hated clones of Margaret, split from head to toe as a sacrifice to the moon. Their organs displayed carefully, like some child fresco. Selina on the stage of Smoke and Mirrors. The glass I used to toast with her. The first time we talked. Her tears. The letters in which she told me about losing her kid. How her husband had been murdered. And our kiss. The blade I used to stab her. My father and the father of my mother died from the same madness. The same poison that men injected into the economic system they had created. On October 29th, 1929, millions of casualties. The scent of blood. And for the wolves, the beginning of the hunt.
You made me put a list once with the movies I've seen, can't remember, honestly. But I don't like most of them as characters, which is fair. I also like if I were to pull out a list of all the MCU movies and name which ones I liked and didn't like as much, there are none I really disliked, but there are a bunch I just found very meh. Then it would probably be evenly split. Maybe even more to the side of the meh movies. But I still find it important to have seen all of them. Again, just like in a TV show, like, you can't just skip episodes or seasons. Like, imagine if I told you, yeah, I'm watching Clone Wars now, but I skipped like half of Season 2, then I also skipped Season 3, and I also skipped like a few episodes of Season 4 just because, I don't know, I didn't feel like watching them. No, you can't do that. I'm sorry, but no. How are you supposed to appreciate the finale if you don't know everything that has been building up to it? So yeah, that's my reasoning for this specific thing. And you know me, I'll never watch my stuff my stubborn ass don't want to. Yes, and that is a thing that can get annoying sometimes. Oh. Bad example? Star Wars The Clone Wars are not following up on each other. Oh, really? Okay, I didn't know that. Take any TV show. I have no clue. Like, any show with, like, a story from beginning to end. Breaking Bad, Sons of Anarchy, whatever. Something you have watched and enjoyed. I have no clue. But something with a clear beginning and end and story in between and everything. And then you just, like, don't watch half of it just because. You little gatekeep movie enjoyer. Well, yes, I'm not gonna disagree. But I find that I have a point. Like, let's say, I don't know, what is a movie series you enjoyed? Star Wars. Let's say I just watch episode 6. Nothing else, like just 6. Don't wanna watch 4 and 5. Why would I? I watched 6 and I enjoyed it. I don't know. I do skip parts of series and movies. Why? Okay, there is one MCU feature-length movie that you can skip and will not miss anything because it contributes literally nothing. And that is Captain Marvel. It contributes even less than Black Widow. And Black Widow is one I would also actually advise to skip because who gives a fuck? But at least Black Widow introduces something that could be important going forward. Captain Marvel does nothing. But that one you watched, wow. Wow. From William to Selena, second letter. I've just finished reading your letter, Selena. Never had anyone opened their heart so fully to me. I remember you asked yourself how it was possible that your voice would match my piano so perfectly. You and me are lost souls, my dove. But you're full of light, whereas I've been crawling down the abyss for far too long. I've told you some things, but not all of them. I didn't tell you about the blood on my hands. If you knew, one can't do anything against this fear. You don't come back from this darkness. It drives you crazy. Sometimes I forget this simple fact. I'm a madman. Your love reminds me of the monster I've always been. Your warmth, your perfume. That's the closest I'll ever be to heaven. You are an incarnation of the moon, Luna, but neither of you was able to save me. That was not meant to be. This country needs wolves as much as it needs game. You will never receive this letter. Tonight you will expect me to love you, and I will kill you, because I am a shadow and I can't stand anything but darkness and night. William Vesper. Holy fuck. Goddamn. Oh wait, it's just this, so I have to go all the way back now with this slow speed. Well, I guess in the meantime I can pull out all the MCU movies and just give a list of good to eh. My personal opinion, obviously. Because why not? Okay, Iron Man, good. Iron Man is in my personal ranking. I'm gonna send you what I watched. Okay, feel free to do that. Iron Man, in my personal opinion, is in my personal ranking, I mean, is the edge between kinda good-ish, and legit good. Like, I feel like Iron Man is like, if you were to sort the ranking like that, the first just legit plain good movie in my personal ranking. It's like the border between and legit good. The Incredible Hulk, it's okay. I don't dislike it as much as most people do, but it's fine. But I don't need to see it ever again, but it's fine. Iron Man 2, very much very far down the bottom of my list. Thor, you know, it's fine, it's fine. Captain America 1,
Selena's warmth was pulsing slowly in my arms, as the dark spot of my culpability was growing over her stomach. In the sky, the moon was watching me, her son, as I was taking my first steps, holding her daughter in my arms. A resurrection. A second chance.
Captain America 1.
Selena was dying. I could tell from her body, tightly pressed against me. At times, her eyes would open and stare at me. Not a hint of anger or accusation. She could have let go. Let her light pass. Let my mother take me back. But she was protecting me. She was forgiving me.
I will
The
probably...
moon was silently watching us as we made our last push through the night. Soon, dawn would come. The sun would wash away all that ink which had condemned us. Goodbye, Luna. Goodbye, Mother. This night had been too long already.
Okay, let me finish the first phase at least. Captain America 1, it's okay, but I find it severely overrated. It's okay, but I also don't feel the need to ever watch it again. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of that one. And then the last one of phase 1, The Avengers, good. Really damn good. Now, let me pull out your list of what you have seen. You have not seen, I think that's easier. You have not seen Hulk, Thor 2, Ant-Man. So far it's okay, like Hulk doesn't really contribute a lot. Thor 2, I will come to that one. Ant-Man, I mean, it's the introduction of Ant-Man. It's fun, but like, you know. Doctor Strange, okay. Thor 3, I feel like on an, let's say, objective level, if you want to call it that, you should probably watch Thor 3 because it is extremely beloved. My opinion completely set aside. I'm not telling you my opinion yet. I will go through the list still. But Thor 3 is extremely beloved, and many people have it among their top 3 MCU movies ever. Then you haven't seen Black Panther, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and everything of Phase 4. I expected worse, honestly. Like, you have seen most of the stuff, and you have seen most of the important stuff. I would argue you should have, like, just story-wise, you should have definitely seen Thor Ragnarok and Black Panther Thor Ragnarok because it is a direct prequel to Infinity War. Infinity War starts where that movie leaves off, so it's like a direct sequel. And then Black Panther just for the introduction of Wakanda and stuff, which of course plays an important role in Infinity War. But other than that, like, there's not much for me to complain. Ant-Man and the Wasp, yeah, I don't know. Legit just don't care for Black Panther, Ant-Man, and Doctor Strange. That's fair. That's fair. I will not say my opinion yet. I really want to, but I will go through the list myself first. Iron Man 3. You know, the ending of Iron Man 3, that is something that I loved, and that is very, very vivid in my memory still, even though I haven't seen the movie for years. And the beginning was also really cool as well. That's also still very vivid in my mind. But other than that, it was But the beginning and end were so fucking good that it's, in total, I would say, kinda goodish, you know? Thor 2, probably in my bottom 3, or at least bottom 5. You know, but you have also not seen Thor 2. Thor 2, why that one is important story-wise is because one of the Infinity Stones gets introduced there. Well, not directly as a stone from what I can remember, but like what it is and the location of it. So that's why Thor 2 is important to the like overarching thing. Then we have Captain America the Winter Soldier. Fantastic movie, one of the best ones in my opinion. I really enjoyed all the Captain America movies because Cap was my first Marvel movie I watched and loved, and also because Cap is love. Even though they did him dirty in the end. Did they though? I feel like they ended his arc in a pretty good way. Guardians of the Galaxy is the next one. I fucking love Guardians of the Galaxy. It is my second favorite MCU movie. Avengers Age of Ultron. You know, it's fine. But like, I don't need to watch it ever again. Also, what the fuck was Ultron's plan? Yeah, I'm gonna lift this city and then make it fall. And that's the Age of Ultron. A thing that takes like one day. And like, why would you even... The fuck? I did not enjoy his ending. What would you have preferred? Then we have Ant-Man. Interesting that Phase 2, just like Phase 3, ends with a movie that comes after the Avengers. Like, Avengers Age of Ultron wasn't the last movie of Phase 2. In contrary to Phase 1, where the Avengers was the last movie. With Phase 3, where Spider-Man Far From Home was the last movie, they have like the excuse of Spider-Man being kind of like an epilogue, and it acts as such, and it makes sense. But why is Ant-Man still in Phase 2, but after Avengers Age of Ultron? But yeah, whatever. Ant-Man. The more I watch it, like the more often I watch it, the less I like it. Like, in the beginning, when I watched it for the first time, I enjoyed it a lot. I really liked it. It was one of the better ones, in my opinion. But yeah, the more I watched it, the less I liked it, and now it's just kinda... It is fun. I gotta admit, it is fun. But most MCU movies are fun. So... yeah, it's just... I don't know, man. I don't know. You know, I like my movies to make sense. By that I don't mean they have to follow the rules of our physical existing world. I mean they have to follow the rules they set for themselves. And Ant-Man does not do that in the slightest. It doesn't even try to. So yeah. That concludes Phase 2. Mostly because he legit spent so much time rescuing... Oh, right. Yeah, that was actually... Yeah. Yeah, definitely. I'm not gonna read that out loud because spoilers, but yeah, I totally agree. 100% I agree. Okay, Phase 3, Captain America Civil War. Again, in my opinion, one of the better ones. Really good one. And also the introduction of both Black Panther and Spider-Man, which was cool. Then we have Doctor Strange, my number one favorite movie in the MCU. Or is it Guardians? I can't really decide. It's like these two. It always kind of shifts around. Sometimes it's that one, sometimes the other one. But it is one of my top 2 favorite MCU movies ever. Firstly, because I have a huge weakness for magic stuff in general. And secondly, it's fucking Doctor Strange. Come on. It's basically like the whole movie kind of feels like Iron Man. It's basically the exact same movie, more or less. Except this one has magic instead of weapons, instead of like actual physical weapons. That alone makes me like it more. And yeah, then also like, yeah, I don't know. Let's not go into it. Like, I don't want to give like complete reviews. I just want to give my quick short opinion. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, my number 3 top Marvel MCU movies. Why is it below the first one? Because it has a bit too much drama, in my opinion, and I'm just not the biggest fan of drama, like with ego and everything. So yeah, but it is still a whole lot of fun, and I'm so excited for Guardians 3 and the Hollywood special. The Christmas holiday special. Very excited. Then we have Spider-Man Homecoming, in my opinion, overrated. It's fine. It's fun. It is fine. But it has too much bullshit, in my opinion. So I don't get why people love it so much. Thor Ragnarok, same thing. I said before that it is one of the highest rated MCU movies for many people. Many people have it in their top 3, some even on their first place. And I don't really get that. It is fun, yeah, sure. But does every single thing really have to be a joke? That kind of bothered me. That kind of... Yeah. So yeah, I don't know. I am not the biggest fan of Thor 3. It is fine. I enjoyed it. I don't want to say I like it, but I enjoyed it all like 3 or 4 times I watched it. I enjoyed it, but not more than that. In my opinion, it is overrated. Severely overrated. Black Panther was very good. It is, in my opinion, one of the better ones. But people complain about the CGI and that it's just the same thing like Iron Man over and over again, which is true, but fuck you, it's great. Avengers Infinity War, great. But I didn't like the ending. Because it was... my problem with Infinity War... Wait, no, I did not dislike the ending. I disliked the reaction of all the people to the ending, because people kept saying, oh my god, so fucking brave, and they actually did it, and whatever. But, like, the thing is, it was so fucking clear from the beginning that that was gonna happen. And it was so fucking clear from the beginning that nobody is actually dead. People went crazy. Oh my god, they actually killed off characters. No, they fucking didn't. And it was so clear from the beginning. As a movie on its own, when I was in cinema, before all the spoilers, I went to the premiere to not get spoiled. which I, by the way, also did for Endgame, and which I'm gonna do for the new Spider-Man movie. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. And like the first thing I had on my mind after watching it was, yeah, that was cool. I want to see the second part. I wasn't going crazy. I wasn't crying or anything. I was just thinking, yeah, that was kind of cool. Now show me the rest of it. Like, that was my reaction. I liked it. It is one of the better ones. And it is actually incredible that they pulled off a movie with like over 60 protagonists and actually managed to pull it off. And to pull it off really well. I respect that. I deeply respect that. But the reactions of the people were frankly just annoying to me because, come on, didn't you see that coming? Seriously? Then we have Ant-Man and the Wasp, which many people seem to hate. I don't get it. It's a lot of fun to me. I don't know. It has the same complaint I also had with the first one, with nothing really making sense, but no, I can't defend that. I wanted to say that like after the first movie I got used to it, but then why would I dislike the first movie then? Which I don't, but I don't know. This one was just way more fun to me. I just enjoyed this one a lot. I don't know. Captain Marvel, the pinnacle of madness in the MCU. Avengers Endgame, I actually liked Endgame more than Infinity War, which is also an unpopular opinion. Because Endgame actually had some stuff that I didn't expect. Let's put it like this. Spider-Man Far From Home, I like it more than the first one, and I actually like it a lot. It is one of my favorites in the MCU, and just because I love Mysterio. Again, huge weakness for magic stuff, huge weakness for mind fuckery. So yeah, it's kind of a no-brainer for me. I just have a weakness for this sort of stuff. Black Widow, you know, just Shang-Chi. It was fun. I enjoyed it, but that's about all I can say about it. I enjoyed it. And Eternals, haven't seen it yet, and Spider-Man I'm gonna see tomorrow. Wait, you have seen Spider-Man No Way Home? And that concludes it. I could also go into all the TV shows, which I have also seen, all of them. And I'm actually gonna do that, but first I want to finish the game. Team Cap or Team Iron Man? Team Cap.
I went as far as I could. Selena, the one who would give me everything life had left her, was fading away, despite my efforts to hold on to her light.
I like that I can't understand half of what he's saying because she's singing too loud. So Shiro, how much did I trigger you with my opinions? I forgot to say I'm gonna watch it.
If night was the world, then this world had no end. This was my America. Stranded here, facing the void, under the cold glare of the silent moon. She was dying. She was dying for all eternity. And I kept awake to see her take her leave.
Mysterio is the second one. And that concludes the game. Wait, we have another journal entry, which I can't access. In memory of my brother Vincent Koifek, to my father Domenico. Okay, I could have done this before, like it was just 1 minute or so. I'm so sorry for holding the ending off for so long, just to give my MCU rating. But yeah, that concludes White Knight. A very cool game. A little too much text for my liking sometimes, but in general I enjoyed it. I liked it a lot. It is very creative, and I haven't seen a noir-style survival horror game before, and that was actually really creative and really cool, and I liked it a lot. I actually managed to watch one noir movie today, It was... oh fuck, I keep forgetting the name. Double something. Double Indemnations, I think? Double Indemnity, that's what it's called. And it's regarded as one of the more important ones. It was a film noir before the term film noir was even a thing, and it basically already had all of the things that would make a film noir. So that's why I decided to watch that one. And yeah, that actually made me, or makes me, appreciate this game even more retroactively, because it really is deeply like seated in the film noir genre, which I haven't seen done in a game like this before. So it was a very interesting, very cool experience, and I liked it. But still, the text, there is a lot of text, and you have to like that. Like, I mean, right now, it took me about, let's say, 7 hours to beat, maybe a little more or less, around 7 hours to beat. But without the text, it would have been like 3, I think, or 4 at most. There was a ton of reading, so you kinda have to like that. You got me confused, I watched the first 2 Spider-Mans. Yeah, but like, the third one is also marked as watched on your list, and I just now noticed it, so that's what I meant. You didn't trigger me, because as I said before, I don't care really. Fair. And most of your opinions overlap mine too. Oh, really? I didn't expect that. But yeah, I would still advise you to, just from a story standpoint, to also watch, what was it? Thor 3 definitely, and maybe also Black Panther. But if you don't want to, then what am I supposed to do? Let's go into the rest of the MCU, by the way. There are... because there's more. And I do want to give my quick opinion on everything, because why not? And I'm really not gonna make it long. But I've only streamed for 1.5 hours so far, so why not make it a little longer at least? Seems like a good opportunity. You're supposed to suffer. Why? Where are the goddamn Marvel one-shots? There they are. Okay, there were also a few short movies, which I'm quickly gonna go into. The Marvel one-shots, as they're called. 5 movies from 2011 to 2014 that came out on the physical copies of some of the movies. Wasn't an answer to what you're supposed to do when I don't watch your recommends. Oh. I mean, I don't really care that much. I said before, like, I expected worse. Like, the list of what you've seen is fine. Like, yeah. Like, Thor 3 is like the only like major one that actually contributes to the story in a meaningful way that you haven't seen yet. So yeah. On importance level to the entire MCU, I would place it on one level with Civil War. But other than that... Also, you got me to watch Silent Hill, which is more than other people got me to do. Can I also get you to watch it again? Okay, we have the short movies The Consultant, which I can't really remember. I think it was fine. Like, they're so short that Like, why wouldn't you just watch them, you know? They're just like 10 minutes long, so whatever. So this one was fine, I guess. A funny thing that happened on the way to Thor's Hammer, that one was actually fun. Item 47, very but it does explain something interesting. Agent Carter was very cool, liked it a lot. All Hail the King, fine. And then we also have one to Spider-Man, which I think consists of deleted scenes, but they turned them into like one short movie. I think it was called Peter's To-Do List. That one was also very cool. Liked it a lot. That concludes the short movies, I think. And then we also have the TV shows. Maybe? What do you mean maybe? You suggested it yourself at some point. But only for my mans. Good. Sorry. Okay. Oh wait, that's what you mean. Yeah, fair. Okay, the shows. We have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I have watched... By the way, I have watched the entirety of every single show except one season that I'm still missing, which is Cloak and Dagger Season 2. And Hawkeye, because I'm waiting for it to be finished. And it's still missing 2 episodes as of now. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. was cool. It had its weaker moments, but in general I liked it. Especially the later seasons where they really went crazy with very interesting and cool concepts. For example, a digital, like, simulated world, or like android copies of other people, or like time travel, like just very interesting and cool concepts that I liked a lot. So especially the later seasons were really cool, and in general, like overall, I would say I would definitely recommend it. Yeah, don't mind me. Then we also have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Slingshot, which is like a little web series spin-off. It's not long, it's just... it was fine, I guess. Can watch it like just as well, you know, but don't really have to. Then we have Agent Carter, really cool, really enjoyed that one, and I wish they did, they made more. Also, very interesting time period it takes place in, because Agent Carter, the show, is about Agent Carter from the first Captain America movie, and it is her story after Captain America. It is a direct sequel to the first Captain America movie, like the aftermath of that. You get to see Howard Stark, you get to see like all that kind of stuff. Very, very cool show. And yeah, again, I wish there were more than just 2 seasons off, with a total of 18 episodes. That's also, by the way, the short movie Agent Carter is also in that time frame. That's not quite what I meant, but it is the right direction. Then we have Inhumans, which, fun fact, the first 2 episodes of Inhumans were shown in select theaters as like a feature, which technically makes them a movie. But as a movie, it is utter garbage, because it's just 1/4 of a show, so it has no ending. It doesn't even come close to a conclusion. And the show is... many people hate it. I don't hate it, but it's very you know. And it's a spin-off of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Then we have the Netflix shows. Daredevil, absolute masterpiece. Legitimately, in my opinion, the only 10 out of 10 in any MCU thing ever. It is my absolute favorite thing. It is a fucking masterpiece, and it's a hate crime that they didn't get to finish it. Hello Sicelus, yes, credits, and I'm going through my personal opinion of the MCU shows. I've gone through the first movies already. I kinda didn't like the first season. Well, I'm sorry, but you don't have taste. Especially the first season. Holy fuck! Why? Yeah, no. Let's not do that right now. I just want to quickly go over my opinion of all the things. Feel free to come with that again in my next stream where we can discuss it. But right now, I just want to quickly go through them and then also show you one more thing in the game. There is still one more thing I want to show you, and then end the stream. I was expecting more superhero stuff. Well, Daredevil is not like your typical, I don't know, Captain America show or whatever. It's like, it's let's say realistic in a way. So, and that's also a thing that I really adored about it, because the MCU is known for all these crazy concepts, and having one thing take place on a normal, just street level, one guy just trying to beat up criminals, is actually refreshing, and to see that this universe also has that to offer only adds to the experience, in my opinion. And it's fucking brutal. Not as brutal as the Punisher though, which I'll come to in a second. I didn't expect it to be that different. Me neither. And it was a very welcome surprise. Then we have the show Jessica Jones. The first season. I said Daredevil was the only 10 out of 10 thing. By that I mean in its entirety. The first season of Jessica Jones is one as well, in my opinion. Holy fuck. It has the, hands down, the best villain the MCU has ever had. Holy shit, whenever he's on screen or even mentioned it has such an intense and gripping atmosphere. The show is so fucking dark. And I don't mean it in the, oh my god, look at me, I'm so edgy way, as people think sometimes. No, it's just genuinely dark. It has dark themes, dark topics. But by dark, I mean like serious traumatic stuff. Psychological stuff. I don't want to go too deep, but holy fuck, it was so intense, and I really, really want to rewatch it. I rewatched the first episode recently, and it hooked me. Holy fuck. But then we have seasons 2 and 3, which were also good, also really good, but didn't even come close to the first season. So in general, I would just say it is a good show. I would even go as far as to say it is a really good show, but not more than that in total. Especially the second season I found kinda weak by comparison, not in general. Luke Cage, I never cared about Luke Cage. I watched it, and I watched the entirety of it, and after every single episode I didn't want to continue watching. It just never managed to hook me. I don't know. Iron Fist, the second season, and I think everyone who has seen it will agree, the second season is genuinely good. The first season, on the other hand, is a guilty pleasure for me. Many people hate it, but I liked it. The Defenders, it was fine. Like, people seem to hate on it, and I understand where they're coming from. Like, the Defenders is like the street-level Avengers, but they don't even meet until the 5th episode, or the 4th episode, I think, and it only has 8, so half of the runtime is just spent of them fucking around just on their own, and that was kinda meh. But the second half makes up for it, in my opinion, and in total I would say it's fine. I wouldn't call it like really good or anything, but it's fine. It's not as disastrous as many people make it out to be. And then we have The Punisher, which many people seem to think is better than Daredevil, to which I cannot agree at all, but it is also really goddamn good. And as a whole, it is, in my opinion, on on the second place, right behind Daredevil. really good stuff, and holy shit is it brutal. It is actually, like, when you're watching it, you actually have to constantly remind yourself that it takes place in the same universe as the MCU movies, just because it's so fucking brutal. There is a scene where he literally holds a head, one that's still dripping, with a belt around it that has grenades attached to the belt, and he throws it into a bunch of enemies. That's the level of brutality we're talking about. And even more, that's just one example. So yeah, holy shit. But I loved it. Not but I loved it, and I loved it. But always makes it sound as if it's something bad, but I still like it. No, I just loved it. Did you watch Titans? I did not. And I don't plan to. Then we have Runaways, a young adult show, which Runaways and Cloak and Dagger, these two are just two young adult shows, and I kept them for the last because I didn't really want to see them at all. I didn't care about them, but I did want 100% MCU completion, so I kinda had to, and then I forced myself to start Runaways, and ended up really enjoying it. It's fine. It's actually, I would actually describe it as good, and they actually managed to have a good conclusion by the end of the third season. And as they said in an interview, I think, they tried to find a conclusion, but if they were to be able to make more, it would still be kind of an open-ended conclusion. And that's exactly what it feels like to me. It's great. Well, not it's great, but like the conclusion is great. But in general, the show, I really enjoyed it. Like, of course, it doesn't have the mature themes of a Daredevil or a Jessica Jones, and it doesn't have like the like high polished action of a Avengers movie. But it's I don't know, I enjoyed it. I don't know how else to say. Cloak and Dagger, I only watched the first season because the second one isn't on Disney Plus in Belgium for some reason. The first one isn't either, but yeah, the second one as well. So I have only watched the first season, and it's fine. It is fine, but you know, it never managed to catch me. So whenever I watched an episode, I just kind of didn't want to anymore, but it was still interesting. I wanted to know what happened, but I never wanted to watch more than one episode at a time. And it is kind of sad that they weren't able to continue these young adult series, because they actually planned to do a thing like Netflix did with small crossovers and stuff between Cloak and Dagger and Runaways and maybe future shows, but they were never able to. It's very good, is it? Okay. But yeah, it's DC obviously, so sorry for the off-topic. Oh, it's fine. Did you talk about Luke Cage already? Yes, I did. Then we have Hellstrom, which only has one season. Again, they planned a thing like Netflix with several shows that were like more dark in tone. Hellstrom being kind of a horror show, but still with superheroes. It is still basically your same old MCU formula, but with a horror twist. And in that, it was a breath of fresh air, in my opinion. It was cool. Like, I liked it. I enjoyed it for what it is. But in general, I wouldn't really know who to recommend it to. You know, it's nothing special. It was just a nice little change of pace, in my opinion. But I'm sad that they were never able to continue, because they planned to do other shows as well, and more seasons of Hellstrom and other shows like Ghost Rider. But yeah, they were never able to do that. And that concludes all of the shows that were not made by Marvel directly. So, we have WandaVision, really fucking good. but I didn't really enjoy the first 3 to 4 episodes on their own. But I understand and I see that they are important to the overall story, and in that it's good. It's like the MCU movies, you know. As you may have noticed, with half or even more than half of them, I said they were kind of fine, you know. There were comparatively few movies where I said that they were genuinely good, in my opinion. But it's the whole thing that is really good, and that's why I'm still excited to see more. Even though most or many of them are kind of fine, not really good, the thing as a whole is good. Just because a few episodes of a show on their own aren't really good and you wouldn't watch them normally separately, in context of the whole show, they may still be very good, you know? And make the whole show better than it would normally be. And that's what the MCU is for me. Like, the movies themselves are worse than the thing as a whole. And that's the same for me with WandaVision. The first 3 to 4 episodes, on their own, I didn't enjoy them really. But as a whole, in context of the whole show, they're good. But I hated the ending. Like, the last 1 or 2 episodes, I really didn't like. By the ending, I don't mean the end, not the end of the story, but like the climax. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, loved it. And so far, I think when it comes to like the Earth and like what happens to the Earth in the MCU, that is the most important thing, like story-wise, as of right now, after Endgame. Then we have Loki, which I find overrated. It was good. It was kinda good. But I don't know. It was fine. And last but not least, What If. I loved What If. Holy fuck. Again, some of the episodes were weaker, but the thing as a whole, amazing. Great ideas, and except for the first few episodes, but I guess you have to ease some people in. I personally would have started from the from the third episode and just skipped to the first 2 entirely. But they are there. They don't hurt anyone. They are kind of pulling my overall rating down a little. But what can you do? It's still a really good one. And again, Hawkeye I haven't seen yet because I'm still waiting for the final 2 episodes to release. And that concludes the entire MCU. Or at least everything you can watch. There are still comics that I've also read all, but I will not go into them. Yeah, that's it. So, what else do I want to show you in the game? Collection! No, not collection. Wait, actually, how much was I able to find? 13... Oh, so yeah, I got most of the texts, but not all, and that is kind of bothering me. Like, where did I miss them? 9 out of 10 newspaper articles, come on. Oh. Yeah. But okay, but we still have bonus. We have 6 artworks. Let's take a look at them. We have seen this one already, which, okay, interesting. But let's see more. I think this is almost a little too sketchy for my liking. But it is interesting to see that sort of stuff, and I always enjoy it. I just, again, wish there was more than just 6 pages. One of the pages just being these paintings that we have also seen in the game, you know? So one page they completely wasted, basically. Which is kind of a shame, in my opinion. I would have liked to see more in general. More than 6 pages and more pages that actually show things. Or, for example, actual concepts of the characters and not just the final characters, but just drawings of the final characters. Like, show me the progress, you know? Show me how you got there. And the last one... That's interesting. Didn't expect to see these kinds of images. But yeah, okay. Now that concludes White Knight. Very cool game. I would recommend it, yeah. And that also concludes my stream. When I will be back, I cannot tell yet, but I can tell you what I will be back with, and it is a game called The Initiate. From what I understand, kind of escape room-y type game. I don't know. Let's see. Let's find out. So yeah, feel free to join next time. Until then, thank you very much for joining today. Have a good night, and goodbye.